Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Paul and Jose. You guys are just OGs. I saw you in the chat. I just don't know how to type in the chat from this. So all I can do is answer in person. So I had to wait to say hello.
Can't you post a comment? Look in the bottom right corner.
I know, but I have to join the chat. So I just have to sign in. But
Oh, not on YouTube. I'm saying in StreamYard.
I know it still says I have to join the chat though.
Oh, I got you.
And then I have to connect my YouTube. Morning, Keith.
We will settle. I'll make the admin thing so then you don't have to do any of that stuff.
Sweet.
How's everyone feeling this morning? So I went to bed a little bummed out because price was trading below previous day's value area low, and I really want to be long, and I can't be long below that level. So I woke up to this, which is I'm happy we're getting a push now, and we seem to have set in on the 15-minute we set in our higher low. Looking at this now, it's starting to look a little bit more like things are shaking out, so it's good.
Yeah, we're above the that all-time high VWAP that Thomas talked about yesterday. Yes. We're above yesterday's high of day, above previous day POC and all of that stuff. So it's looking a lot more strength.
Yes, and we're above it all.
There's more strength.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Tim. Morning, Andrew.
Morning,
We're
guys.
above it all, and finally, I think once we'll see how this opening range sets and how everything looks. But this naked point of control up here at 63.24 is going to start to come into play for me.
Looking good. I'm going to put it on my chart.
We are finally above. Let's take these. Let's get up to 64.14, like that area, and then I could see. But obviously, that's just taking those highs from Monday. But all in all, market's looking good. I know it's tough for the group of us that doesn't trade the opening range. When we see moves like this at market open, we got to just be patient. Any trades in the overnight session for anyone? It was kind of price action was kind of gross, and then we got if anybody was in a short, they must have caught a nice little move there, and then into the London session we got, it was gross here. You catch this bit of a short, then we chopped around, and then coming into the London session, boom. Again, this just feeds my thesis and what I've been saying and what we've all been kind of talking about is we just made all-time highs. All the numbers are coming out good now. These tariff deals are starting to get finalized. I read it or I heard it on a podcast anyways, but Vietnam, the tariff they signed with Vietnam is going to bring in $24 billion in tariff revenue.
Wow.
So as these deals starts coming in, 10 billion, 20 billion here, there, it's going to add up, right? So give it some time. I think, again, American companies like the S&P, well, the Megs, let's just say the Meg 7 are just on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking a lot better this morning than they were the last 2 days for sure.
Look at NQ. Wow. Rip your face off going straight up. Should we be trading NQ? What do you guys think? Buying it off this previous day's value area high and boom. But you can just see the way price takes these levels with strength.
Yeah, that would have been a nice trade for sure.
Strong 15-minute candles and then a nice hold of this previous day value area high. Next leg up. I would not be afraid to be in this trade at all. Maybe we should get up and start trading the London session. Any votes?
Yeah. What time is it at for Eastern time?
It will be 2:45 a.m.
Ugh, nope, can't do it.
It's 11:40. Well, 12 a.m. for me, so 3 a.m. for you.
Can't do it. I can barely get up at 8:30. I'm struggling. When I live in Mexico, I'm up like 7:15. Here in Canada, I can barely get up.
I think we're just going to just let this shake out for a sec. What do we have for news today? I think we have FOMC later today.
Yes, at 2:00, and there's crude oil at 10:30. It's a yellow or an orange folder, but I always write the oil news down. I don't know why.
Trump was saying he might raise tariffs last night, and he's going to put a tariff on pharma. So there was news last night, but I guess the market took it as bullish. Weird. Usually when Trump's threatening tariffs, it's you're getting a pullback, but I'm just going through Financial Juice and kind of reading the notes through the overnight. But an interesting fun fact I did not know: Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, and I would imagine a whole lot of other people, share a gene where they can sleep 4 hours and they're fully rested.
Wow. Wouldn't that be
so
nice?
Donald Trump was tweeting last night at 11 p.m. Pacific time, so that's 2 a.m. Eastern time. 2 a.m. in DC.
So he only sleeps 4 hours?
Yeah. Like he can only sleep 4 hours, but he's fully rested. And so there's now companies that are isolating this gene to be able to see if they can apply it to like gene therapy in humans.
That sounds crazy. I don't know if we should do that.
So the one company doing it, the CEO or the founder was like, you spend 20 years of your life sleeping. Imagine if you cut that in half to 4 hours a night, how much productivity you'd gain.
I don't know, but your body does a lot while it's sleeping. It's not that like, yes, your mind shut off, but there's a lot of things that happen.
I agree 100%. I have a 8 sleep bed that I get the most like rested sleep. I feel recharged. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, and I feel like it's 6:30 right now, and I feel like I've been up for a few hours. I still feel great. But no, I believe you. I totally understand. But it's when you put it in context like that, you can see how somebody could say, you know, from even a marketing standpoint, like you're getting half of your life back, gaining half of the time you spend sleeping. You're gonna gain that. So.
Yeah.
It's all about productivity, right?
Yeah. Coming from someone that doesn't have the gene. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if they wish they could sleep more. I don't know.
I'm actually gonna look that up after, because no one asked that question. Because I believe Tony Robbins sleeps like 4 or 5 hours a night too, and he's like he burns 10,000 calories a day.
Oh my gosh,
it's wild. That's what I want to be able to do.
Yeah, you want to be
So
Tony
we got nothing above us on Bookmap. We got some orders here at 63.10, but you know it's 6,300. I imagine is going to just stay hot. That's a psychological round number. It's a key level. We remember that level from last week too. So I wouldn't be too worried about these orders. You know, 62.97 sitting down here. What's 62.97? And that's going to be the New York VWAP, I bet you.
I did throw a handoff because it just seems like a handoff kind of day. I've noticed that sometimes in back testing, if we just have like we're very extended, it might never come back to the New York. So handoffs are kind of nice to have occasionally.
So what did you put the handoff on? The third 1 minute or the second 1 minute candle?
Second, yep.
Let's put a handoff on too.
It's pretty close, so it's not like I'm just putting it on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were going to stay within a 10-point range, but I don't know. I just don't see anything. Look, those orders at 63.10 came off.
Taking along, small starter, a feeler position.
You're just so far away from everything, Dave.
I know. Is the video cutting out for anyone, or is it just me? Because I'm having like a lot, like Randy's breaking up a lot for me. Is that just me?
You sound crystal
Like,
clear on my end.
And there's been no like glitches?
No.
Okay. Also, sorry if you hear background noise. My kids are in and out of the garage, and my husband has to work it out. It's just one of those days. So hopefully it doesn't bother anyone.
It might be your Wi-Fi. Are you on Wi-Fi? Are you plugged in?
Yeah, my internet is.
Because you're crystal clear on my side, even when you're talking right now.
Randy, I'm going to just log off for a second and then come back on.
Sounds good. There you go, Dave. What are you going to do here at 63.10? What was your entry price? $63.05. And what are you looking for take profit? You're just going to fail your stop aggressively? I think we can wait for a pullback here if anybody else is not in anything. I could see these 6300s wanting to come back down here, find some support. It's going to be the New York Vwap and then look for an entry then. Or we could just even cut right through this and pull a little lower. So I'm actually going to lose this handoff for now. I don't like how close it is. And it's a little confusing to me, to be honest, just to have it up that close. Nice, Dave. Anybody else in anything? Christine is back.
I'm back. I was on the wrong internet, so hopefully this is better.
Oh, that makes sense. Christine, now come on.
I know.
It's not very professional of you.
My computer does this on its own.
Well, blame it on the computer.
I am. Always.
So I had, after yesterday's tough day of hitting my personal daily loss limit, I actually have 2 other 50K accounts that I can't copy trade. They are the new format.
What do you mean?
And they're like, so the new 50K Pro accounts have a smaller MLL.
Like there's new ones coming out?
Yeah, there's new ones that just came out. So the ability to copy trade 9 accounts are under the new accounts.
Okay, and what rules are those?
Just a smaller MLL. So they decreased your max loss limit in those accounts so you can copy trade 9.
Right. And what's the max loss limit in those? 1600
on the
or
15K is 1675.
Oh, okay.
It's not a ton lower, but it is for sure lower. But again, I think this is just how they're mitigating being able to copy trade.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that they're going to go to 10 accounts if this in the back end.
One more.
If these numbers make sense, but
yeah,
I guess it's a fine line between payouts and making money, right? So.
Oh, for sure. Because if you make it like they need to make it harder, it has to be hard to pass, or they don't make money. That's the whole reason why the combines work, is because a lot of people won't pass those, and that's where you make your money.
Yeah.
But they don't have it when you do straight to funded. So it has to be a harder account.
And then you get people that just think they're going to bypass everything and go straight to funded. And if they can't afford it, there's people out there that probably blow multiple straight to funded accounts. And that has just become, that's why straight to funded now, when Christine and I first started trading in the Black Shirt Club, there was no instant funded.
Correct.
It was just combines. And then I think Tradeify came out that like 3, 4, 5 months after we started trading, right? With the straight to funded.
Dave.
Oh, just noticed. Thank you. Already hit that point of control.
Okay.
I don't even know if I have it on my NQ chart, Dave. Oh, yes, I do.
Well, maybe that'll give us a chance for entry for the rest of us who aren't in a trade. Unless you have another entry that you're playing, but for me, I have to wait.
Oh, there we go. NVIDIA becomes the first company to reach 4 trillion in market cap.
Wow.
Great news all around today.
Yeah.
It's FOMC today, guys. So if you do end up being flat, just remind yourself it's FOMC. All the pros do not trade on FOMC. How's that handoff looking on your screen, Christine? I took it off of mine.
It's just very close. It's just like a little bit higher than the regular one.
So let's see. Look at Bookmap, just completely dark above. And that naked point of control is, where do I have it here? 62.32.
Just going up.
It's just going to take off without us. Except Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's the only one in the trade.
Yeah, except for Dave.
So now you see on Bookmap, there's orders 100, another 100 at 63.14, and another 100 at 63.15, and they're coming almost on and off. So when I interpret price action like that, the CVD is quite positive. I could see this thing wanting to just keep drifting higher, and they'll just keep stacking orders on above.
Yeah.
But it won't look super hot like down below. Like, see, these orders just came off down below. So like the more you zoom in on the time, like we're down to 15 seconds, this just gets, turns into like, I don't know, like a light show, whatever you want to call it, a Christmas tree. But there's definitely, you know, some action right now, so. So I ended up having a phone call yesterday with Nicholas Jocelyn. Nick Jocelyn. He's actually in Costa Rica trading, but he's the one that trades like 54 accounts.
Okay.
And on Monday, he blew, I believe it was 10 or 15 accounts.
Okay.
He didn't have a great day, but as we started talking, and I just, you know, was talking about my trading day, and we're just kind of talking about our trades and what we took, he just kind of stopped me for a minute. And he's like, it sounds like I'm overthinking everything. And then he started to dissect. I trade 5 micros. You know, if I have $2,000 of drawdown, that gives me 80 points of drawdown.
Okay.
So how fast am I going to lose 80 points trading? Right? So if I risk 10 points a trade, which is what I normally try to always do, $250.
Yeah.
Like, you need to lose 8 red trades in a row. You need 80 points of fake that draw to lose that count.
Right.
Except maybe 1 or 2 tilt days, I've never lost 8 trades in a row.
Okay.
So then he's like, then you're gonna win your trades. He's a 1 to 4 hour person. Like, that's what he tries to trade to, but he takes profits super aggressive. So he's like negative RR, but then when it runs, he's very well at managing the trade and just trailing the stop, and his take profits at 4 to 1.
Okay.
He's just trailing his stop aggressively, and if he doesn't get taken out on a pullback, he gets taken out mid candle, like as he just trails his stop up into candles. If he catches momentum, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Good morning, Nina.
So what's his strategy that he trades?
He trades Vwap and momentum.
Okay, so just off the Vwap.
Yeah, just right off the Vwap. Like, he doesn't wait for confluences. He trades right off the Vwap. He trades,
and he just
starts with 1 mini. And then if he sees continuation on the momentum, he adds in.
Interesting. I should look at his trades.
And then he's trailing his stop. So he doesn't wait for price to pull him back to take him out. Price takes him out in the candle.
Okay.
And so like a day like today is a perfect example of how he's gonna, if he's in the trade, like I got the chat open, I'm pretty sure he's in the trade. He's gonna be up stupid. Because he was planning on taking 3 points, but he's been pulling his stop up, and look at the price action.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a pullback for him to get stopped out.
So what was I going to ask? How do I frame this question? So if he's trailing his stop so drastically, wouldn't his win percentage be higher? Like, does he have a higher win percentage then?
I don't know. I didn't ask him that. He must, because he doesn't seem to lose often.
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Like, even if he's getting only a couple points out of it, I mean, essentially, as long as there's any type of momentum, if he gets in, unless it turns immediately on him. But then he would get out quick, would he not?
He would get stopped in profit, or he would. So his, like I said, so his bracket orders are set 1 to 4. So mine are set 1 to 1, $250. I get taken out of the trade. His are set 250 to 1,000.
Oh, so he gets 250 per trade, but yeah. With what size?
With one mini. So he's 5 points.
So 10 micros. 5 points is what he's trading.
Yes.
Okay.
But just the way he broke down like the 80 points and $250 a trade, 8 trades. When do you lose 8 trades in a row? So then say you lose 5, well, you win 1. Well, if you're going 1 to 1 at least, you're going to gain back now 10 points of your drawdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like just putting into perspective like that. And it was just like, and then, there's people that haven't taken payouts. I was fortunate enough to take 2 payouts. So I've taken $6,000 in payouts. And then he's like, so if you're invested $1,500 into all these copy traded accounts, he's like, that's what you're going to be down. You still got to remind yourself you're up on the payout.
Yeah.
Like he treats it like a business. Like he goes.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to consistency and the equity stability score, he doesn't even look at it.
He doesn't look at it, and just whenever
he just trades. He's got one account where he's got a buffer of $35,000 in.
So, but is he in his trades for longer than 10 seconds? Normally, yes, right?
So, yes, and he's actually had it where Apex has emailed him and asked him if he micro scalps, and he told Apex, I don't micro scalp. I have my take profit set, and that candle, it was just a boner candle.
Yeah.
And it took me out, and normally all my trades are under, like I hold my trades for more than 8 seconds.
Right.
And Apex said, okay, we just wanted to make sure you weren't micro, like you're not a micro scalper.
Yeah. Jose, he copy trades his accounts. So he has 54 accounts across different firms, and he will copy trade them. All of them. Sometimes I think he will pick, like, he'll do a block of 20 or a block of 30, and sometimes he's trading all of them.
Yeah, so like yesterday, I think he only traded 20 accounts because he didn't like the price action.
Right, exactly. And it was shit. So why wouldn't he? Yeah.
You can't blame him. And then on a day like today where there's continuation like this and price has been, looking bullish and we're above all the levels, I guarantee you he got long at the open off the knee.
Yeah, I should talk to him because I like the fact that he has a lower like his risk is lower than what he's going for.
Yeah.
But I also like that he takes profits quick. Like that, I want to ask him about his win rate, because I think I'd like a higher win rate, but that might come with taking lower profits.
Yes.
But being green more often, you have to decide what's best for your mindset, right? And there's 1,000 different ways to do it, and everyone's going to be a little different. For me, I tend to think that I am better if I'm green more often, even though I've had lots of losses. But
yeah, no, I agree. I think, and I'm like at those crossroads at the moment. Mm-hmm. Last week, trying a scalping strategy, then getting back to my trading the way I like to trade with the Vwap and trying to take 10 points out of the market and having, sizing in appropriately so I can handle the risk. Where the one thing Nick has in his favor, and this is where trading with scale comes in and makes a big, big difference. Hey, Keith, catch up with you soon. Makes a big difference is his scalability. And when you have 54 accounts, you're able to take $50 on a trade.
Yes.
And it's, what is that, $2,500 or 20, you know what I mean? Like he computes it that way in his mind.
Yeah.
So I was really thinking about this. If I took $100 out of a trade and I made $700 on 7 accounts, and I did that for, 6 weeks, and I had a few losers in there, and got a payout. Is that better than trying to go for 250 or 300 per trade? I don't know.
It depends. So I just calculated on the accounts that I have because I'm $200 in drawdown on my straight to funded pro accounts. And I would have to make $200 for 16 days to get to the $33,000 mark, where I could take a payout of $2,500 per account, and then the accounts would be done. So you have to look at it like, can I make $200 every single day? Probably not. But could I make 300 one day and keep my losses to 100 the next days? You know what I mean? You have to find like a balance of that. But it's hard to but it is good to look at it like bigger picture. Like he's looking at it bigger picture. Like all he needs is $50 times 50 accounts a day, because then in 30 days, he's going to be able to take a payout of something.
And then through those 54 accounts, he takes out a payout on 10 accounts 1 week, a different 10 accounts another week. He's consistently taking payouts on different accounts. So it's not like he's trying to clear them out.
Yeah.
He just knows that, okay, I want to take $5,000 out of these accounts, and he takes $5,000 out of these accounts.
Yeah.
So even though he's having $76,000 days, he's not taking $76,000 out of the accounts.
Right.
And he does lose accounts. It happens.
Yes, of course. I mean, especially
he's not trading the same accounts. He invests, thousands into accounts.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
I think you said this year he's $20,000 into accounts, but I'm sure he's made over a couple $100,000.
Okay. Is he still in the Black Short Club right now, Randy?
I think so. Yes, I think so. He's still in there.
So, Jose, are you looking for an entry now? Because I believe that you trade off the opening range high. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, when's the last time we've seen a 20-point opening range, guys? Oh, I hate those.
Looking for it to hit New York. Okay, so you want it to come back down, then break above the range again. Like it couldn't just hold at this range and then you'd get in. And we do have a little space on NQ to come back down to the top of its range as well.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we will get an entry.
Look at NQ. So, Dave, NQ rejected its high from Thursday, which is its all-time high. There you go. NQ's back at all-time high. Am I reading this right? Yep. NQ is back at all-time highs. And how far away are we on ES from that?
Can you guys hear my kids in the background?
Mm-hmm.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell them to shut
the front door.
Got it.
Good morning, Daniel. Sorry I did not see you there in the chat. I'm going to do a giveaway today, guys. So I'm glad the gang's here.
Don't announce it. Keep it quiet so we can make sure we give it to the people that are like here.
Oh, that's why I said I'm glad the gang's here.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not doing a giveaway today, guys. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
We're not doing a giveaway. Can I wink properly?
Not
Look like
looking. I'm too
having-
busy staring at the charts.
Morning.
Good morning, Inna. Inna, did you take a trade yet? Were you long off the New York Vwap at market open? For those who don't know Inna, she's a sniper.
Sniper.
She knows how to pick the bottom. Ooh, I like this break of the high day Vwap.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go on in on Combine. It's not technically a trade that I'm working on, so I will leave. I will not take it on a funded.
I just did take it on a funded.
It's pretty close to the New York. It's like I could probably fudge that, but
It just went in too much size.
yeah. What'd you go in with?
10, but I put it back to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Those other 2 accounts, I was trading 10 micros, just trying kind of what Nick was saying. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice if you were to try it, do it on like, give it a go on a certain account, right? Like call that your Nick Jocelyn account.
well, I have to be flexible. I can't be rigid at the same time. Right?
Yes.
So I got rules. I got certain rules I got to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I can only take so many trades. I can only have so many losers. All those things I really have to like stay and follow.
Yeah.
But other things, just, still learning to trade. And especially, again, we're trading prop. This is a game.
Yeah.
We're not trading personal capital. So we have to treat it almost like a game. Did you see that? 62.88. And
Nice.
You're coming on stream next week with us.
Yeah, do it. I love that you entered before the open and then it turned into this. But I mean, it's smart. Going to trail aggressively. Got it, Daniel. Yeah, I'm not
Nice work.
a high a day break trader anymore. But old habits die hard, to be honest. So that's the good thing, like good reason to have a combine or like you call it a bucket account. Oh my gosh, my children.
I'm not looking for this trade to come all the way back down to the bottom of the range and test the bottom of the opening range to go higher to stop me out. If this takes out the New York Vwap with any strength, I'm going to be out of the trade. So if you guys want to know why my stop is not down here, I don't need to take 20 points of risk on to know that this is going to bounce on me. I'm good knowing that the buying strength, we get back down here, we're going to start playing around with this all-time Vwap and these other Vwaps. I don't need to be in the trade like that to know that it's not a winning trade. And usually first break of the New York Vwap is a tough one for me too. Or sorry, first break of the high day Vwap is a tough one for me. But I was just feeling a bit of FOMO, so. We're in the same trade together, Daniel. Let's see if we get a pullback back down to this New York Vwap. Find some support here. Evan and Austin seem like they're patiently waiting for that Vwap.
Good. My Google position is bouncing back after yesterday, which is great.
Yeah, I think, Jose, if we get that, that's a much deeper pullback than I would think. So if we get a pullback to that level, it could be nice longs, but then again, we're going to be teasing. If you look at NQ, we come back down to previous days New York, we're going to be teasing the value area high. We start getting into this area, I could see this. It's so tight. This is one thing I noticed yesterday. On ES, we have a 10-point basically value area between the low and high, which is tight. So it just showed how choppy yesterday was.
Took that quick pop. Nice.
Nice work, Daniel. Yeah, NQ looked you got a way better high day VWAP break on NQ. Just got to be patient. I got to let the idea play out. Got to believe the buyers are strong. The knock to the trade that I will give it, because I always have to look at the other side of the trade, is the CVD was at 3,500 on Bookmap, and it's pulled back to 1,800. So right, that's been the CVD since open. Is that you, Christine? Order filled?
Yep. I took an entry on my funded account. So just off the rejection. Well, technically it's the anchored VWAP, but to me it's close enough.
Nice. Look at Dave adding one at the New York VWAP. Love it. Aggressive. Mr. Stewart. NQ is just like, that move up is insane. Anybody trade with the 2-minute chart? It's something I've been thinking about, just to kind of cut out some of the noise.
I definitely will transfer to a 2-minute chart. Yeah.
Look at that on the 2-minute.
Keep your legs off the ground. It's too hard for all of them. Okay, then.
Sounds like the kids are on a business call.
Oh my God, I'm gonna.
It sounds like they're sitting right beside you.
They just say they keep forgetting. They keep forgetting to whisper.
Long on the turn back off the New York VWAP, targeting orders on Bookmap at 20. So Austin is in the long. And his stop is, yeah, he's got a bit better of a stop. He's actually, this is why I'm glad I get to like look at other people and how they trade. So Austin's got a stop at below 6,300, which makes sense.
Yes.
Where I'm at 6,302, and I didn't even. I was fixated on the $250, not fixated on, not looking at where price could find support.
Right.
So just something interesting to keep in mind. I had to add more risk by doing that, but it's, again, this was like yesterday. I would be silly not to. I would hate to get stopped out at 6,302 and it bounces off 6,300.
Right. Yeah.
Right. We're talking $50.
We'll see what it does here. I know Trump might be talking about some tariff news today, so make sure you have stops in place. That's all I'll say about that. Wherever they are.
Yeah, nice, Daniel. There's Thomas does the same thing.
Yeah.
I played around with it a little bit. I think I might just switch to a 2-minute. I don't know. It just doesn't seem as obviously noisy. It just, like look at that on the 2-minute.
Yes, it cuts out a lot.
Ooh, what was that?
I know.
Yeah, this New York VWAP is showing a strong level of support. We got 168 orders and they're building. So
Okay.
the buyers are definitely preparing for the sellers to try and take this level, which is great news for us. Like, look at this on the 1 minute and then on the 2 minute. Wah, wah, wah. How's everyone doing? So Daniel took a long, Dave's in a long. Scott, did you take a trade? And I caught that. I don't even have to ask Anna. We know the answer already. And Nina, I think she's flat still. This is what happens on FOMC, right? We get these moves in the morning and then this thing is going to die out. You know, I want to say let the initial balance set and see how much volume we get after that. But I want to say after 11:30 Eastern time, this is just going to die right up until FOMC comes on. FOMC is actually going to start at 1 p.m. today. So I figure, you know, say 9 or what is that? I'm trying to convert the time. 11 to 1 p.m. is going to be really slow. Has anybody ever traded FOMC? Nice, Scott. Nice, Daniel. I don't think it's dumb. I'm right there with you, Keith. So don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's dumb either.
Very valid thesis on that trade. Right? These are, when you're trading this setup, this is one of those trades. If it doesn't work out, there is no reason for you to not be in the trade.
If you want. I want you to.
Yeah, FOMC can be very not fun to trade. I recommend if you're going to trade FOMC, go buy a cheap combine and trade it. Do not trade your funded accounts on FOMC unless you're an FOMC pro. I don't know what's going on here. How's NQ looking? Is that stalling right out too? Yeah, NQ struggling at its high day. I just don't know what happens when we get to a level like this. NQ is showing orders below. What is that? 2375. So, you know, it's showing blocks kind of down to its opening range high. So we could expect a bit of a pullback here still. But then again, up here at 231.30. Swap at a new high.
Okay, I kicked my kids out.
Yay.
Oh, look, nothing's happened. Great. Jose, I don't use Edgeful. I never bought it. I know like some people have it, so sometimes I get the stats from them, but no.
Yeah, same here. I had Edgeville. I got rid of it. There was a point in time, Christine will remember. Or actually, Jose, if you were in the ASFX streams, you'll remember there was a point in time at the beginning of the year and even into the end of last year where Edgeful was like every stat, it felt like it was working and then it just stopped working. Like the opening range, double breaks, all these stats were so prominent and they worked every time. And then it just came to a point where they did not work at all. And you'll notice that like you don't ever really even see Edgeful talking about the stats.
Well, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but stats are kind of like a lagging indicator, right?
Yes.
So they're all based on past, and they take a while. It takes a certain amount of time to get an appropriate statistic out of it. And that doesn't really like help you in the moment per se. So if the market's changing or something's changing about a certain stat, you have to wait a period of time to have the proper information. And when you're day trading, which is in a smaller period of time, it's not sometimes that can't, like, it doesn't help really.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, NQ is just chopping around above its opening range high.
Yeah. Do I like that this is not moving? No. But do I like that it's holding the New York VWAP currently? Yes.
I just don't like that the sellers are pecking away at the CVD.
Yeah. I don't think that we're on the wrong side of a trade. That's for sure.
Oh, you can't be. We're at all-time highs. We're on the right side of the New York VWAP. If
Where's
something
Tommy?
happens... Yeah,
Thomas
where is
Thompson?
Thomas? Yeah, that's not terrible, Dave. If you're good with that risk you got on, you're only 3 micros or 4 micros in there, so. Everybody that I'm watching right now, like on stream and all of us, like everyone is long. So guys, if this long doesn't work, do not beat yourself up. We are all in this together. It's a valid long. It's like the market is punishing us for not taking that initial pump. So now NQ's New York VWAP is up with its opening range high. So this is, again, even though that ES, if ES looks a little worse, having the New York VWAP come above the opening range high is a great level of support. So we could just have to wait for this to come back and find support here on NQ for ES to want to go higher. So keep that in mind. Even though this is looking quite choppy here, look at NQ. It's holding this level, and this New York VWAP is still sloping up, and it's going to be above the opening range high. So this is something we've noticed in the past. When you get a New York VWAP above the opening range high, it's quite it's good for trend or price continuation. So Let's see what happens here at these orders at 3606 or 6306, sorry. And then another large block came on underneath at 6305. So like I was saying earlier, the buyers are definitely preparing to hold their ground here. It's whether the sellers can come through or not.
Hi, Luna. How was your morning?
Luna.
One small loss. Nice.
Guys, how's Christine's audio? Is her audio louder than mine? Like, is there quite a distinction between the two?
Basically not taking the trade. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we're not always like perfect, right? We're not always going to be like on the best mental game to be able to stop ourselves from taking, a B setup versus an A setup. Well, it's probably because my microphone is in front of my face now because I'm worried that no one can hear me.
So let's try this. I'm going to try.
Well, I have to switch anyway to microphone. Let's get out of here.
I just want to be
Part of it?
want to be famous like you.
Okay.
What's up, Randy?
What's up, Andrew?
You're my boy.
Yeah.
I got to switch into headphones and a different microphone, so I'll probably sound like shit. But does anybody have a nice office that they can close a door in? That's what I want.
Like me?
Yeah.
Until the cats want to get in and use their litter box?
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. Hey guys, tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to trade the opening range. That's it. None of this shit anymore. I don't know.
Can you hear me at all now?
Yeah, you can hear you fine. I can hear you.
Cat destroys monitors.
I want to get a new chair, but I'm scared that the cats are going to wreck it. So I don't know what to do. Well, here we go, guys. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
NQ is approaching its New York Vwap and opening range high. Again, we could just chop around here for a bit too. Like this is
Yeah.
this is painful. Have you started to play with TradeZella with the AI and all that stuff, Christine? Like their
No.
feedback
What
and
is
all
that?
Yeah, I guess I gotta actually sit down this weekend and spend some time with TradeZella, like going through it. There's just a bunch of new stuff that they have in their software, and then like that all that back testing stuff has just been updated. So like you're using like supposed to be like the best backtesting software too.
Yeah, it's great so far. Still flat. Good job, Jose.
Jose, your patience is impeccable. Great job. Yeah, I love it, Luna. I got 2 cats. One's blind. And you know, she's the sweetest thing in the world, so I can't leave her out like that. But she likes to climb all over my chair in my office, and it's like I want to get like a leather secret lab chair, but I think it's just gonna get wrecked. Let's go. Yes,
Have you guys looked at the progress tracker in trading in TradeZella?
No.
Just looking at that now. It's like gives you like a checklist of what, you know, to do during a day, and it'll like give you little squares, and if you, the darker the color, the more that you've accomplished or the more that you've stuck to your day.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to sit through this one, guys. Look at these. Look at the 1 minute chart. Gross. I have the 2 minute open here. Like it looks a little better, but the 1 minute. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what happens on NQ at its Vwap. I don't mind that we're a little bit below the ES right now, basically because of NQ. Nice, Gino. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. You can like set different rules, which is really cool.
Gino, what's your take on Bookmap right now? What are you seeing? Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, looks like
The amount of orders the buyers had stacked there, and like I said, if the sellers could get through it.
Yeah, that took my stop out. So I'm down 125 on my funded account for that guy.
Or you could just go like far away.
Let's see if the 6,300 will hold. Nope, I got taken out. Another day being a day trader. Yeah, I know we were watching those orders there too.
Shorts being fast, yeah. Hillary. Oh my God. Men are so usually against cats, and then they're the ones that love cats so much.
Can I kick her out of the chat?
No.
Okay, Christine?
No. Absolutely not okay.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I think structurally this trade looks great. It's like if it had have moved up and we all would have taken profit, we would have said we had to be in this trade. Like this is structurally on a 1 minute chart. This looks amazing. Could there be something to be said about the fact that it had moved up so much already? When this is also like after the fact, right? It moved up so much already, but even if it shot to the moon from here, we would have said, well, you had to go with the momentum. So you're kind of like balancing those things. That's the only thing that I can see that maybe, I don't know, because there was such a big move. But I still think it was a great trade. Like it's a good loss for sure for anyone that lost on this one.
I think everyone lost on this one. Yeah, Keith, $500 is still, you still got some room to play there. It's not blown just yet. You know, I was up 1,000. Oh, you guys waiting for it? Oh, that's EIA crude inventories. That means nothing to us. I thought something was going to come in that Trump said something, but anyways, I was up close to $1,000 in these accounts, and I am down here now at, I have $1,000 of drawdown left, basically. So, yeah, I went from being up 50% to down 50% this week. Tough.
Yep.
Just reading through the chat on the ASFX stream, I think everybody got all you read was stopped out. See, there's obviously something. The sellers needed something.
Oh yeah, look at this
again.
go.
This is one of those moves. Like, it's crazy if it bounces from here. Dave, how did you make out on that trade stopped out? Ooh. So you took a 260 loss on that one. Yeah. Now imagine everybody in the chat that got long up here. What would have happened if we had our stop down here? You would have took all that heat. And the only thing I wanted to just bring up again is those orders at 6306 that even Gino was watching, and the sellers, how they blew through, how the buyers kept stacking the orders there. And if that level was going to fail, this thing's going to tip over. So there was no need. You knew here on these two candles, you knew right here that you don't need to be in this trade anymore. Break of the New York VWAP, and look at that clean rejection off it. Like, big move finally after all this consolidation. And what happens? This thing just slides right down.
But I think not more importantly, but I think when NQ got to its, where it could have bounced off its NQ and it just sliced through it, then you're like, oh, okay. That's
right here, right? This candle?
Yeah, like ES was just below it, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you're hard and it's like, okay, well, it can hover underneath it, New York, and then go up from there. But NQ just didn't, there was no resistance there. It was like, it wasn't even a level that existed for it. So.
And then even looking at NQ, like almost structure wise, you would have, if you got in long, say up here on this high daybreak, and you were down here, you could argue this opening range low because you have this overnight VWAP inside of it. Whether we find support there or not, but on ES, you didn't have that option. On ES, you had the opening range or the overnight VWAP down here below the opening range low. So there was no need to take to take that much big of a loss. And even, Austin, who trades level to level, had his stop at 6,300 and got stopped out. He didn't even attempt to, add another 10 points or so of drawdown. They get shut down there. On trades like this, on days like this, it's just, what can we learn from this? And that's like Christine and I both said earlier, this is a valid entry, valid trade. You're on the right side of the VWAP. Look at this consolidation here, and it just took this, the sellers to put their foot on the gas here to stop us out. But again, I would take this trade any day of the week. And also, like Christine just said, the only knock, and it was in the back of my head, and I should have said something too about it, was how much of a move we had up. Expecting for another leg higher. That would be the biggest knock on this trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if Rebecca took this short, Nina. This is a trade that Rebecca would take. Rejection off the high day VWAP. That's one of Rebecca's setups that works really well.
She took it.
She did, right?
Yes.
That's her trade. I really got to get back to getting my markups back, doing them like on while I'm in the trade. It's something I've been lacking lately, guys, and it's, I don't know if I'm just too, with the streaming and having having all these screens open on my monitor and not focusing. I don't know. Nice work, Rebecca. Thomas
Took
took the short.
shorts off
Look at
scalp.
that. 2 days in a row, Thomas with the shorts. Love it.
Thomas, what?
Thomas took a short too.
No, I don't think he did. Did he?
He said same trade as y'all. Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
but that was Austin and
Yeah.
I know it is wild, Keith. And she's like profitable. And I'm like, how? I don't get it. But she's an intraday trader. She's not like shorting the market overall. She's just shorting moves in day. Like the market needs to breathe to move higher, right? So she's almost shorting those breaths every time.
And she is profitable, but she's had a real struggle this last month.
Well, she goes through times of struggle, especially at all times high.
Exactly.
All-time highs. Yeah.
When you're shorting the market, what's going to happen
Yes.
at all-time highs? You're going to be struggling because prices won't just push higher. Look at that! Just hold of this opening range low and hold of the overnight VWAP, and then bang, another slide. And here in the overnight session, on the move up, it consolidated around this all-time high VWAP. So let's see what it does when it gets back down there. I'm trying to formulate a thesis for a short idea. It's really tough to short this.
Mm-hmm.
Like even up top here, I'm just thinking of Rebecca's thesis, like her thesis behind her trade, and like having my long bias, being able to flip and switch and be short is near impossible for me.
Morning, Ak. How are you?
Good morning, Ak. You're late. Where were you?
He's on a different time zone.
He's only 15 hours ahead.
Only?
Only. Well, it's 12 hours for you. Yeah, 15 hours for me.
Yeah.
So what time is it there right now? It is
10:30
p.m.
p.m. Bedtime. Have you guys listened to the podcast that came out with Lawrence?
That is our best performing podcast yet, like by far.
He just has so much good things to say. If you guys don't follow him, you need to follow him. I think he's like one of the best people to follow right now.
Yeah, definitely his mindset is something else. I got a bunch more shorts that I want to post of snippets of stuff he says that is just little nuggets, little gems.
Yeah, I tweeted. I posted on X that I was doing some back testing, and he's like, "Yeah, it's you got to get 1,000," and I'm like, "I'm at 50." I'm like, "That's a long way to go. 1,000 trades back testing." Daniel, nice, you're long again.
What did I say yesterday that I can't trade against the New York VWAP, right?
Did you take a trade?
No.
Okay, good. No, you cannot trade against the New York VWAP.
I want to so bad, but I'm not going to. I got to be held accountable to what I said.
Listen, if this makes a higher low, outside of the opening range and then moves back into the opening range, that would be a long I really like.
Yeah, literally found support at that. What is that? 62.85. Do you have any interest in levels, Christine, that you looked at on your chart that you see? Thanks, Daniel. I won't.
No, I like the yesterday's high that it just bounced off of.
Yeah.
That seems like definitely a level of interest. And then the only other one that I can see is down below at like starting at 281 to 279. Yeah, exactly. Right now, yesterday's high of day is held. Let's see what happens here, Dave.
So I might look to get short.
Didn't you take this yesterday?
But I just like that rejection off of the opening range low. No, I wasn't. We were up here still. Like it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't a break and a retest of the opening range low with the low a day
Okay.
break.
I mean, I get what you're all saying. A test of the opening range low and move lower, but that's assuming that we're in a bit of a downtrend. I find it hard to see a downtrend when you have such a big move and then this like fall down. Was that just a correction and we're going to jump back into our upward move, or have we now switched to a downtrend, which would then be an entry off the opening range low? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it
Why
totally
I
makes
question
sense.
it.
It totally makes sense.
But don't let me sway you. Do you? Do what you want.
Take this in just one single account if I'm going to take it.
Yeah, maybe reduce risk or something like that. Value area high is target. Got it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm going to take it.
Where do you have the previous day value area high, Randy?
62.78.50.
And where's the previous day POC?
62.73.
Okay, I had that wrong today. There we go. Just broke
There's order
200
sitting down
EMA.
here at 62.73. So let's see if we can take these orders at 62.85, which is basically that low pin. Right, but this low pin here is if we don't take this low pin, I'm going to be and we break back above this low a day VWAP, I could look to be out of this trade. Like Christine said, that's yesterday's high. And then you can see in the pre-market here how we held that level. Right, look at 62.85. Look at the whole pre-market. I just think the sellers have the chance to keep this momentum going right now. The CBD is at minus 4,200. I'm still waiting for some news to come in that hasn't come through the wire yet, but hey, the buyers were just exhausted at the top there.
I don't know.
The NQ looks better for your thesis, Christine, like your trend. Right, with a break of the opening range low back into the up to the overnight VWAP, and then looks like it's holding opening range low.
Yeah, I usually, like when I look at ES, I look at it below the opening range. So like this, it's not as pretty as I'd like it, but if this continued to go up, this would be a lower high. Sorry, my camera's all fuzzy. This would be a lower high. no, a higher low. I can't say those properly. A higher low. And then once it broke back into the range, that's when I would take an entry if I was doing those entries.
Totally. Good morning, Mario. Rejected value area low from July 3rd. I do not even have that on my chart.
So crazy, like everyone's different levels.
Yeah.
And what they have. I don't know why this is not working, guys.
Well, you can put a level on anything. It'll do something. Price will bounce off it or touch it or do something with it. Yeah, like look at NQ, how much I think nicer NQ looks, like bullish. Like it's holding its opening range low.
Yeah.
ES on the other side is not.
We'll see.
So where does that put me? 62, 88, 50. I think I'm gonna get taken out of this trade here. So with this account, I've been trying to risk more, and yeah, it just gives me a much smaller stop, obviously. But it's, do I want to be up here at the top of this candle? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's a crazy stop to me. Having it
Up
all
top?
Yeah. I don't know though. I know nothing.
Oh, I don't want to be fading in. I feel terrible now. I want to be
No, just wait, because it can still, on ES at least, it can still reject the opening range low. It could chop around here and then it can make its next move. Like you're in the trade, let it play out. I would have your stop within the range at least, because then it gives it a chance to reject off that low.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, like I said, if we can take these orders at 85 here,
Yes, there you go.
we can see, you're going to see a move then, right?
Yeah.
Like we can see this want to spill over again. So now I have the trailing drawdown in effect on this account. I'm going to be very aggressive in taking profits here. This candle wants to push lower. I can see it on Bookmap. You can see here it's got nothing to do with it, and the sellers just need to put their foot on the gas here and get this thing to go a little lower. Then they'll take that next level.
You have all-time high VWAP and previous day New York VWAP at
sitting on
82.25.
Good eye. I did not even. This is where trading between two charts like this is really. I should have taken profits right here.
Well, it hasn't hit there yet.
The pin did.
62,
on my chart.
No, my chart 62.82.25.
I got 83.50 on mine. Like it pinned it to a D.
Are you on it? Oh, you're on a 2 minute.
No, on the 1 minute.
Oh.
See?
Oh, because I have my all-time high VWAP just a little bit different. I don't have it on the 9:30 candle. I have it on it, so mine's a little bit different. But I like mine better. I don't know why.
I need to find a better way to trade on these Project X charts to have some of my indicator. So I took a break even on it, but it cost me $150 on my drawdown. So.
Oh shit. And you just didn't want to let it play out a little bit longer?
I don't know. It's because the trailing drawdown, I'm in it.
Jose is still flat. I love it. We're all like freaking out over here, and he's just like cool, calm, and collected.
This is my last trade. I took it in a different account. So
You just got back in?
Yeah.
Randy? Off what?
I don't know.
What kind of entry was that?
Strictly momentum. It's going to go down. What would you say? What's the word that you use?
Where's it going? Down.
I think I'm upset that I didn't take profits on the first trade in the morning to prove myself.
Well, that's the problem with trailing aggressively. You have to be okay with like missing out on the bigger move. So unless you're okay with that, trailing aggressively like that, it's not going to work unless you're mentally prepared for that. But that kind of works over a long period of time. Like you have to trail aggressively for a long period of time so that you can see the benefits of it. Because more often than not, you're going to get stopped out on a trade that moves more. But on occasion, you will get a huge move. And you have to feel that to be able to do it long term.
So I think that's what I was going back to that question I asked earlier. If I took $100 on a trade on 7 accounts and did that long term, will that help me with that trailing my stop aggressively? Kind of like exactly what you're saying.
Maybe. But like if you're going to do it, then commit to it. Don't be mad that you didn't get more out of that move. Just know that that was part of the plan.
It's something I need to work on today, actually.
But then don't jump in again on the same move. Wait to get an entry and like redo another trade.
Jose, if I was long, I would owe you an account. But I'm short, so I'm going with the Vwap.
I think it's 8 seconds, and with top one, it's 10 seconds. But I could be wrong on Apex because I don't trade with them.
I know with top one, it's 10 seconds, but it's a case by case. They review it case by case. So say you take 10 trades and 7 of them you held it longer than 10 seconds and 3 of them you didn't. They won't penalize you.
Damn right, I just mommed them.
God, just getting it from every angle today. Oh,
You just mommed them.
oh.
Oh my gosh. So are you going to trail this because you're in the same account?
No, I'm in a different account. Oh yes, I'm in the same account, but
So start trailing. If you're going to trail, fucking trail. Right?
Yes, mother.
Like don't take a loss on this. I'm trying to move your stop for you. I can't.
Oh,
Mom's mad. Keith. Guys, I can't fix my own trading, but I can fix other people's. Isn't that how it works? Do what I say, not what I do. They're going the wrong way.
I know. I'm teaching everyone what not to do. That's the lesson of today's stream, guys.
Nice. Stopped. 162. Good job.
I just want to see this this all-time Vwap play out. I don't want to be. I don't know what I want to be actually. Like, look at the first trade would have hit. So this is a key thing for me, and it just now it's all like becoming fresh in my mind. Is when I start to tilt. If I would have just stayed in the original trade, would have been fine. If I just would have stayed short from up here, I would have hit. I wanted to take profit down here at 78.50, which was $500. Do you think I would have closed it at 400? Hell yeah. Thanks, Nina. I'm watching it.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Like, I think if I didn't take that earlier loss and that second break even, I would not be, I would be way more confident in my trade right now and like not be feeling the way I am. But the self-awareness, I have to remind myself of, like, I'm feeling like almost jittery, right? And that's just that lack of confidence that.
Well, because you are technically trying a new method of trading in this account right now. So you don't have confidence in that. type of trading yet.
Maybe I should start backtesting with you, Christine.
Yeah, do it. I think backtesting is a great way to test out strategies of management. Like you can do different sessions. You can have like a Nick session where you're trailing to see, like you could backtest the same exact month multiple different ways to see.
Maybe later today we can get
well
on a
you
call
do.
and do some backtesting.
For sure, absolutely. You're, I don't know. You're right at a level on my chart on the 15-minute.
$62.80.
Well, 62. It goes from 62.79.25 to 62.81.25. I am back testing with TradeZella, and it's awesome. I can basically treat it exactly like I would treat like how I log my days on TradeZella. It has its own dashboard, so you can see your progress. It gives you your own reports, so you can actually review that strategy and see its profitability. It's great. It's not exactly like you would in live trading, obviously, but it's pretty close. Nice. Amazing, Nina. Yeah, 1,000 is my goal for sure. But then I'm also looking at maybe trying different managements and potentially trying different strategies, because I'm in a bit of a zone where I'm trying to figure out what I want to be trading, what strategy I want to be trading.
So how many trades a day are you backtesting when you're doing that?
I've been working on it since Friday, and I've done 50. So it takes, I cannot do 50 a day. I know Lawrence was like 50 a day, and I can't do 50 a day. It takes a longer.
Yeah.
So it just depends. I'm just trying to work on it daily. I have no, like if I get 10, great. You know, if some days I could, like if I wasn't streaming right now, I could be back testing, waiting for the market to do what I want, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just depends.
Okay, there. I'm trailing my stop now.
Dave, 50 trades a day in back testing. I can't do 50. I've only done 50, and that's over like a few days. But I'm taking markups, like pictures of the markups of each trade, putting it into the trade log. I am trying to write notes. It's kind of like a process, because in the beginning, I wasn't really sure what data I wanted to collect. And now I did a month and I evaluated what was working, what was not. So then I'm trying to apply that to the next month. So hopefully over time, the strategy actually gets better. Because, you know, I looked back, and on Wednesdays for the month that I back tested for, I was not doing well on Wednesdays, and anything after 12 was not doing well. So now going into the next month, I'm probably going to lower my size on Wednesdays, and I'm also not going to, I was just reading Nina's, I'm not going to trade afternoon. So things like that. So I'm hoping that I can, you know, get better along the way. You do like 2 months a day. I don't know how you do that, Nina. Like when I get into the entry, I slow it down to as close as real time as possible. Then I have to mark out the trade. Then I enter the trade. Then I speed it up to watch till the end of the trade. And then I slow it back down to get to another entry, slow it way down before the entry. Do you know what I'm saying? So like I might have 2, occasionally 3 trades a day, but then I have to take those markups, add them in, do my notes, and then set my chart back up again to go on to the next one. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. Nina, give me a trick to do it quicker. I don't know.
So I'm out of that trade. I got stopped out.
Okay, what'd you make on it?
$130.
Nice.
So
Great.
I'm just thinking, I'm not going to trade anymore today, guys. I'm done. I don't want to do any more damage in this account. So as you guys are my witness, I will lock them out.
Yeah, W's in the chat for Randy. We're making $130.
For locking my accounts?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Oh no, I just want to be I don't know, I don't like when I have a winning trade and I feel like how I do right now. So
Nick, we were talking about you. Dave. Okay, Nina, that makes sense. Nick, Randy's freaking out in his trailing. I was yelling at him for you.
oh, there's Nick. Where were you? We've been talking about you all day, Nick. I literally I don't even know what the word is. I peaked and then I fell.
I
The
think you did
adrenaline
fine.
is through the roof for me.
Yeah, Nick, you have to come on stream now because we talked about you all morning. So everyone's like needs to ask you 1,000 questions.
So I get to just leave this account on screen with $130. We won't pull that one up.
Yeah, get out when you're up. I love it. And like, don't be mad. Tell me if I'm wrong, Nick, but don't be mad if the move keeps going. Face for radio. Has anyone seen your face? I don't know if I have.
No, I've seen one picture of Nick and he's wearing a motorcycle helmet with his visor.
Oh my gosh. Are you
He's like
actually a woman and we don't
the
know?
The man of mystery.
Nick, I did have a question for you if you don't mind answering. Randy was explaining how you do it. So you have a lower risk and a higher reward. Do you, like, what's your win rate? Do you tend to, woman on the inside, do you tend to have a higher win rate or do you tend to take more losses and you just try multiple times? Can you guys hear my husband in the background?
Yeah.
You can? Is it annoying?
It sounds like a news reporter on TV. That's what it sounds like. Don't worry about it. It's not even that loud.
Well, he literally just said to my 6-year-old, listen to your body, don't be a hero, because they're working out in the gym.
Oh.
I'm like, what is going on down there? Oh, he's calling you out. Lock the following accounts, Randy.
I have to like uncopy them to lock them. If that's what you want, if that's what you want me to do, then that's what I will do.
So you have a 75 to 80% win rate. That's great. Do you leave your stop or do you get out of your trades early before your stop hits? Is my next question. Yeah, 4 trades, 3 pre-market. Got it.
I'm glad I have all you guys here. Seriously, I could have easily have made a PDLL day on those accounts. So
Early, okay.
Where's Anna?
Yeah, he's blocking them all.
Well, Christine and I were having this conversation last week, right, Christine? And
yes.
I didn't realize that they all locked, that you could uncopy them.
Yeah.
Trade the accounts after locking the one follower.
I'm going to mute myself when I'm not talking just to avoid some of this background noise.
You're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. So how's everybody doing P&L wise today? So we know where Nick's at. We know Ina's good, I think. David managed to get that loss back. Nina, did you end up taking a short? Nice, Dave.
Nice. Nick, what do you trade on? Like, what's your platform that you use? Because on Project X, like you can either do it by, what is it, points or ticks or dollar amount, right? Like it's, you can hide it, I think. Nice job, Ack. That's amazing. Daniel, that sounds like a good loss to me. And Jose is still flat. That's amazing.
Jose, we're just gonna change your name to Flat. I like the pancake emojis. Are those flapjacks? What do you call them? What do you call them in the US? We call them pancakes. Happy FOMC, guys. Yeah, see, Nick does it in ticks. Interesting, Nick. I might actually, I might play around with that. You're muted, Christine. We can't hear you.
I know. I was just nodding my head. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. Just doing ticks versus the dollar amount. And then I think you can hide your profit up top as well.
Cheers,
Bye,
Keith.
Keith. Thank you.
I almost forgot, guys. Let's do a giveaway. Nick, get out of here. You can't be in the giveaway. He got
Just
too many
don't put his
accounts.
name
You're
in
maxed
it.
out.
He can
You're
stay.
maxed
Just
out.
don't put his name.
Let's do a giveaway, guys.
Oh, what about Keith? Keith needs to stay for the giveaway.
I'll put his name down.
Yeah, let's put Keith's name down.
How do I do this again? Going with the link. Editor. Hey, guys. Does everybody see the doc? Can everybody put their names down? Oh, Nick, you have no idea that that actually was a nickname that I had from high school. Rude. So whenever I see somebody call me rude, it makes me laugh because I think they're just calling me my nickname. Where's Lance? Lance is in the chat here somewhere. Let's go, guys. Everybody fill out the document, please. If you want to be in the draw, the giveaway, fill it out. If you don't have to fill it out. I won't hold it against you. So far, I got Dave, I got Jose, I got Gino, I got Ina, I got Issa, Ack, Daniel. Ina, you still here? You gonna enter the giveaway?
Did you add Keith?
Oh, yes. Is Nina still here? Or is she gone? Yeah, no problem, Scott. I got you. Scoot. Ian, I just put the Google Doc if you want. I can just throw your name in there for you. So I got Dave, I got Jose, I got Gino, I got Ina, Issa, Paul, Ak, Daniel, Keith, Scott, Luca, Nina. Am I missing anyone? I just don't know how much room this has to go lower, Dave. We're sitting now at, look back at price here. And if you look at, ES is sitting on its previous day New York VWAP. NQ sitting on its previous day's New York VWAP. It's a tough long or short either way, to be honest, in my opinion. But oh, you guys are so funny. Get out of here with your silly jokes. This is the serious, mature environment, guys. Grow up, Nick and Dave. Last chance for the giveaway. Anybody that's watching on X, comment if you want to be in the giveaway. You got a few minutes here while I get the good old wheel of names running. That's interesting. For the people watching on X, they never comment, so they never want to be part of the giveaways. Very interesting. Okay, last call. Dave, Jose, Gino, Ina, Issa, Paul, Ak, Daniel, Keith, Scott, Luca, and Nina. I guess that's all she wrote. Christine, do you want to be on this one?
I could win an account?
No, you can't. I was just checking to see what you'd say.
Then yes, I do.
Baiting you. Oh, we're missing Rias. Where's Rias?
Yeah, I haven't seen.
We haven't seen him this week, have we? When I pull up Wheel of Names, it brings up the old list.
Oh, yeah.
Last people that were on it. And it's everyone except Rias. And a couple new ones. We got Ina. Nice. Okay, let's rock and roll here, gang. Are we ready for the giveaway?
Yeah, we're ready. Who's gonna win?
Luca.
Did Luca win already?
No. Issa won, Nina's won, and that's it, I think. I think we've only done two.
And Tara. Okay, nice. Well, congratulations, Luca. It's your turn today.
Yes, Luke, I need some info, please. Either DM me on Instagram or right here. Hit me up with your information. So if you go on Instagram, do you have Instagram? Just trying to think the best way to get your information. Hit me up. I need your email address and all that stuff so I can get you all set up. But congrats, Luca. Cheers.
Congratulations. Now go turn it into a payout.
Here, you can email me here, Luca. Shoot me an email with all your information, and just I need a name and email address to get it all set up for you. So shoot me an email there, and I'll get everything set up. Yeah. How's everyone else feeling? What are we thinking? We're approaching. We try not to go more than 2 hours of the open and trade, and just kind of turn into mindless zombies. So
Yeah, I'm ready to hit my back testing now.
I'm actually ready to do some back testing too. I have a couple calls I got to take and a couple other things I got to do today. So
Yeah, well, let's
Okay.
chat and we'll get together to set up more back testing, Randy.
yes, and guys and girls, you know, I would appreciate. I don't want to say. I don't know what the right word is, but you know, if you guys just watching me right now and kind of watching me go through
Yeah.
these ups and downs, if you guys got any advice or anything you want to throw out there, I would appreciate it.
Hit the like
And
button.
hit the exactly. I gotta start adding that to the. There we go, Dave. Now we might have it spilling over. But,
Yeah. 25 next week in the stream.
Oh, and Nina wants to
Hopefully,
join us
yeah.
for the back testing. So
Amazing.
hold on.
Yeah, she could probably show us how to do it. She's done 1,000 trades.
You guys see that?
Hit subscribe now.
Oh, and I gotta hit the like button. I'm working on it. But yeah, no, guys, enjoy the day. I appreciate everything. You know, Christine and I are always so grateful you're here, and I'm grateful Christine joins me every morning to do this with me. So I wouldn't be able to do it without her, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So
Who's gonna yell at you on stream?
yes, exactly.
If I'm
Who's
not
gonna
here?
mom me?
Who's gonna mom
You
you?
have 2 kids. You don't need another one. Come on now.
It's habit now.
Well, yeah, no, guys, enjoy the day. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
All right. See you guys soon.
We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
You got mom. Bye.